Have you ever wondered if there's a mouse that could instantly up your game? Well, now there is. Meet the Asus Harp Ace Aim Lab Edition. This mouse has a unique feature called the Aim Lab Setting Optimizer, which was made with collaboration of Asus and Aim Labs, and is meant to give you the most optimal mouse settings based on your unique playstyle. Stick around to see if this is a game changer or just a gimmick. Asus made this mouse with the help of esports players and apparently had to go through 15 different versions of this mouse to reach this final design. Here are the dimensions of the mouse. The length is 12 centimeters, the width is 6 centimeters, and the height is 4 centimeters. Overall, it's well suited for all grip types, whether that's a claw grip, fingertip grip, or palm grip, and best suited for medium and larger sized hands. This mouse has a symmetrical shape, which means you can use it comfortably with either your right or left hand. It has a slightly rough, matte black white body, and there are shallow textured plastic grooves on either sides of the mouse for added grip. Asus also provides some grip stickers in the box, which I've installed on the mouse because I don't want the material to fade over time, like it did with my Logitech Superlight. The two side buttons are colored light blue and placed above your thumb for easy access. And the scroll wheel has an RGB zone, which looks nice. I found the shape and size of the mouse to be very comfortable during long gaming sessions. It's super light at 54 grams, which definitely helps with not getting fatigued over long periods of use. Here's a sound test of the buttons. My only complaint is the material they used to build this mouse. It does feel a little bit cheap to other premium mouse like the Logitech Superlight, but this is only a minor complaint and is not really a deal breaker for me. Believe it or not, the main reason I bought this mouse was the wireless versatility it has. It has a wireless receiver that gives you 2 milliseconds latency, which is almost instantaneous and really good for competitive play, and has Bluetooth 5.0 that can pair up to 3 devices with only 10 milliseconds latency. Sometimes I like to take my laptop to the kitchen or take it to my friend's house to play some video games or to work at a cafe, and I want to have a really reliable Bluetooth connection and not worry about taking the wireless receiver everywhere with me. And for that, this mouse is perfect. As for the sensor, it is the next gen 36,000 dpi optical sensor with industry-leading 1% CPI deviation for ultimate precision. When using this mouse in gaming, whether that's story-based games or competitive FPS, it's super accurate and responsive. It is a blast. Every input from your hand gets triggered instantly, and because it is only 54 grams, you almost forget you're using a mouse and get lost in the game, which is a good thing. When it comes to work tasks, you don't really need a high-performance mouse like this, but it doesn't hurt to have one. Every trigger is responsive, the motion is super smooth and lag-free, and definitely feels better than using a cheaper mouse for work. Now, let's talk about the unique feature of this mouse, which is the Aim Labs Setting Optimizer. Everybody's mouse movement is unique. The distance you lift off the mouse when doing a 360 turn, the angle you take to aim, and the mouse speed or DPI you're most comfortable using is different to everybody else. Asus collaborated with Aim Labs to give you a software that analyzes your unique habits based on a series of tests and gives you the best optimal DPI, angle, or lift-off settings based on your unique habits. To get started with this, I had to update the drivers on the mouse and then install Aim Labs. In the app, I navigated to custom, sensitivity, and basic, and then I found the 3 different pieces of training provided by Aim Labs for DPI, angle, and liftoff. I did all of the 3 tests, which took a total of 15 minutes to complete. During the tests, the software keeps changing your mouse settings and monitors your performance based on each different setting. At the end, it tells you which setting you perform the best, and it gives you the option to change to those optimal settings. As an example, it ended up giving me a DPI of 800, which was better than the DPI of 1000 that I was using before. And this actually resulted in me getting more kills in a Counter-Strike deathmatch. Overall, even though I don't think this is something revolutionary, I do think that it's a really cool feature to have. I personally always struggle to find the optimal DPI for myself because it's really hard to test out for yourself which DPI is the best. So having a tool like the AimLabs setting optimizer is really helpful in finding the optimal DPI for you, because you can just do the test once and then just forget about it. Overall, it's really hard to find negative points about this mouse, but here are my 2 cons about this mouse. The first one is the build quality, as I mentioned earlier. It doesn't feel as premium as something like the Logitech Superlight, but based on the features it has, I would still buy this over the Logitech Superlight. Another negative for me is the shape. I personally think that this mouse is too long, but they're trying to create something that works for everybody. But I would personally prefer if it was a bit smaller, but that's more of a preference than a negative. Overall, I think this is an excellent mouse. It has almost instantaneous latency that is perfect for competitive games or any type of games. It is very versatile with wireless and Bluetooth connectivity. It works on any device that you can think of and has a special feature which gives you the most optimal mouse settings based on your unique habits, which I think is really cool. Let's talk about price. 3 days after I bought this for $200 AUD, it went down to $130 AUD, which is really disappointing for me, but a really good news for you who's trying to buy this mouse. At $130 AUD or $80 USD, I think this mouse is a steal. I could not see a mouse like this being any cheaper, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone who's looking for a premium mouse. Let me know what you think of this in the comment section below, and if you learned anything from this video, please do like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Thank you.